up, YouTube? Welcome back to another one of my tutorials. In this video, I'm going to show you how to properly clean your makeup brushes. You want to clean your makeup brushes properly in order to not have bacteria grow in them, because therefore the bacteria can transfer to your face and then give you skin problems. So if you're curious to see how I clean my makeup brushes, please continue watching. Also, please don't forget to hit like and subscribe. Thank you. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my brushes. I actually use some regular antibacterial dish soap. And what I also mix with it is olive oil. The purpose of the olive oil is to nourish and condition the bristles of your brushes. Doing this will keep the brushes nice and soft. Now, the soap obviously is for cleaning the brushes, but I really like to go in and use an antibacterial soap. The antibacterial soap really goes in and kills all of the germs within the brush. One thing I will note before I get into any of this is the type of brush holder I use. I personally am skeeved out by makeup brushes that are just in cups that are exposed in the air. That's skeevy to me. I just feel like there's dust and elements and all sorts of things in the air that touch the brushes and give you problems on your skin. So what I recommend, guys, is go out and invest in something like this. I keep my brushes simply in a clear acrylic case. It has a lid, so I put my brushes in and I close it. Every single day when I'm done using my brushes, this gets closed. And then as you can see, there's dust. I don't know if you can see this, but there's dust that flies all over the air. So that dust that was on my finger that I just wiped off would be on my brushes. And then those brushes would touch my face. And like I said, ugh, no thank you. And I'll try to find it and link it below. If I can't find it, I'll try to find something similar and link it below. But I like this one because it has little drawers, and so I can keep my beauty blenders in the drawers, and then I can keep, so there's individual drawers here. So I keep beauty blenders up here. I have a kabuki brush down here, and then the rest of my brushes are in here. This actually came with the cute pearls also, so I just thought it was a cute touch. So I simply start with a clean paper plate. I buy these in bulk, like from BJ's, and to be honest, guys, like we eat off of paper plates all the time because I hate dishes. So paper plate, you're gonna take your olive oil, you're gonna pour a good amount in the plate. You're going to take your antibacterial soap. Again, BJ's, that's why it's such a big gallon, but you're gonna take it and you're just going to combine. Oop, that's a good amount. Pretty good amount, actually. And so I'm gonna start warm water. You wanna make sure the water is not too hot because your hands are going to be in it and you really don't want your hands to get burned. The first step is I'm going to take my brush. This is actually, I use this one quite a bit. This is the one I use for dark contour. So the first thing you're gonna wanna do is take your solution and your brush and swirl it around. You're gonna wanna make sure you get a good amount of the soap and the olive oil. Smells good. So now that my brush is kind of saturated, I actually take my hand and I swirl it. So do you see this? This is brown, looks like brown soap. This is all of the gunk from my brush. And you're gonna go ahead and do this for every brush. So then what I like to do is lay it flat to dry. And we're just gonna keep going. Just gonna swirl. Use our hands. We wanna really just work the bristles. We're gonna do it again. I use this brush a lot for my highlight powder. When I do a highlight and a contour, this is usually the brush I use for the powder. It's got a nice pointy tip, so I like it to really get like in the corner of my eyes. I'm gonna make another tutorial soon to go through all of my brushes and what they're all used for, because believe it or not, every brush has a different purpose. You can't use the same brush in your crease as you do on your lids. That's another common mistake I see or some makeup tutorials is that the wrong brushes sometimes are used. But that's all right, I'm here to teach. I like to squeeze all of the excess water. Give it a little shake. Now you're ready to put it on your towel. Soap and oil. It will start to get a little dark as the makeup starts to come off of your brushes onto the plate. It's not a problem. You know, the purpose is to wash it, so I think it's fine if that happens. We're just gonna keep repeating the same process. I have quite a bit of brushes, guys. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna wash the majority of them. So guys, I just finished washing all of my brushes. The next thing I wanna just explain is how I wash my beauty blender. You're just gonna wanna start working the soap and the olive oil into the beauty blender and just keep squeezing. So what I do is I squeeze and then I turn it and then I squeeze and then I turn it. That's kind of my technique. So then what I'm gonna do is once I feel like I have the soap and the olive oil well mixed inside the beauty blender, that's when I'll take the hot water and rinse it. And I might do this 2 or 3 times until I feel that it's super, super clean. You don't want soap to dry up inside of it and then have the soap eventually get on your face when it's kind of dry like that. I imagine it might cause some skin problems if you don't completely rinse it out all the way. Squeeze all the excess water out, and then you're gonna lay it on your towel to dry. Use as much or as little as you like, guys. You don't have to get it super bubbly. I think the important part is to just make sure you get enough on there in order to be able to have a lather, just like this, and squeeze. You can kind of see it's like a yellowish, you know, there's makeup on it that we're taking off. All right, so this looks pretty good. So what I'm gonna do is just squeeze the excess water out with my hand, and I'm gonna lay it on its side to dry. You never wanna lay your flat kabuki brushes like this, because what's going to happen is the water is going to drip down and it's going to dry this way. And if you have kind of a cheaper brush, maybe not that high quality, or maybe it is high quality, either way, what will happen is you're gonna start to lose the fibers from the brush. You'll know when you have a high quality brush because the fibers won't come out as much. If you ever notice you're doing your makeup and there's like little brush hairs on your face, that's because you have sort of a low quality brush. And there's nothing wrong with that. They get the job done just fine. It's just that you need to buy them more often because they're not really designed to last. You don't want to stick them in the container while they're wet like this, because the water is going to drip down and it's going to remove the adhesive and all of the glue that's holding the bristles in place inside the brush. If you want to make them last and keep them longer, leave them to lie flat to dry, either on their side. Another technique is you can have them pointing downward, and that's actually something I'm going to show you in a moment. Okay guys, I'm actually in my bathroom. The next technique I'm going to show you is if maybe you don't have a ton of counter space in your kitchen, or you just don't have a good place to lay all your brushes out to dry. If you don't have too many brushes, you could also use this next technique that I'm going to show you. So basically guys, what I'm doing is I'm just taking my hair tie. So then what you're going to want to do, you just take your brush and you hang it upside down like this. This is also a great way to let it air dry. And you're drying it downwards, so all of the water will evaporate and drip downwards and not into the brush to remove all of the glue that's holding the bristles together. My favorite part about this whole entire process is this. Take it, throw it in the garbage. Done. Don't have to worry about it. So I just want to show you guys the final result of what all my brushes look like as they're drying. I have, like I said, a good amount. I will link the description of a product like this if I can't locate this exact product, but I highly recommend, like I said, getting something that has a lid. That will keep your brushes the cleanest when you're not using them. That's actually it for my tutorial on how I clean my brushes and my sponges. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and you learned something from it. If you did and you liked it, please don't forget to give it a like and a thumbs up. And also, please don't forget to subscribe. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.